In these moments, you know how we feel. Grown folks' music, it's a sacred place. Hit the airway. Find your grace from the funk to the soul. You'll find your truth. Cruising radio, we're living proof. Hey, oh, real talk, real sound, real great. We don't just play the hits, we are the way. Turn it up, don't hesitate. Cruising, yeah, where the music elevates. Oh. Keep it locked. Keep it tuned to your favorite frequency. It's coming soon. Cruising Radio 102. Hey, where soul meets frequency. All night and day. You're tuned in to Cruising Radio 102. Hey, where soul ain't dead. It's just grown. From sunrise to midnight, we vibe right. Classics, convo, culture in the limelight. No static, just soul. No drama, just gold. Cruising's the frequency that never gets old. Cruising 102.1 day. Yo, we're living proof. Hey, oh, real talk, real sound, real great.
Voices of the people, Richmond pride, AK drops gems, crews rise the vibe. It's not just a show, it's a movement real tight. Breaking down the noise, shedding truth and light. So every Tuesday night, don't miss the beat. Cruise Inc.'s live in the combos elite. Keep it real, keep it loud. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and crews, they talk for you. Yeah, yeah, let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK crews, got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30, we go strong. Keeping Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday, where the people speak. Cruising Radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK crews, the mics, they're thrown. Keep it real, keep it loud. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and crews, they talk for you. Let's talk to, come and ride the wave. AK crews, got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30, we go strong. Keeping Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday, where the people speak. Cruising Radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and crews, the mics, they're thrown.
And good evening, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to another episode of Let's Talk Tuesday. Where you all in your Let's Talk Tuesday colors? You could have called me. Let me know.
Here we go. Shenanigans already? Here we go.
Right out the gate. Right out of the gate.
All right.
Again, we'd like to welcome everybody that's listening to us on our Let's Talk Tuesday page, our Cruise Inc. Radio 102.8 TV on YouTube, Angie's page, and also on Cruise Inc. Radio 102.8 Facebook page. Hope that you guys have had a great Tuesday, that you relaxed. We have a great show, a great guest, and we're going to be getting right into it in just a few minutes. But first, you know how we do. We have to pay these bills because if not, I won't be watching us. You'll be watching a blank screen. But again, if you, as I always say, this, and it's vitally important, if you've been injured and it's no fault of your own, you need to call the G Law Firm. Why? It's because they're relentless, they're reliable, they have a great reputation. They have been doing this for over 40 years. They are also very active in the community. And if you were at National Night Out last Tuesday around about this time, then you got a chance to stop by the G Law Firm tent. You also got an opportunity to meet the man himself, the principal partner, Mr. Donald G. His wonderful staff was out there, Miss A.K. herself, and along with many others from the G Law Firm. And they were one of the sponsors for for the National Night Out, the 26th year for the National Night Out here in Southside. So again, absolutely phenomenal event last week, and we're here to be again with you tonight. I'm not going to do a whole lot of shenanigans, I guess. I want to introduce this young lady that's sitting here with us with the bright, shining eyes, and just she's going to be giving us some information. But first, let me tell you who she is. Did I finish the G Law Firm? No, I got to go back there. 804-226-4111. I thought I had forgot, all right? Again, if you been hurt and no fault of your own, they're your personal injury attorneys. You can go to the website, glawfirm.com, fill out the form for a free referral, or you can give them a call, 804-226-4111. All right, the bill's been paid. See, I ain't slipping yet.
Absolutely.
Might be as close to being a year older, but I'm still here. Yeah. All right. This young lady, Miss Keon Harris-Cooper, is a proud Richmond native, born and raised in Northside community. Shout out to Northside. She is a graduate of Henrico High School. What's our mascot? The Warriors. I just want to
Home of the Warriors.
Home.
The green and gold.
Now wait a minute. See,
What colors?
Behold the green and gold.
That sounds like Norfolk States.
here we go.
That's where I went. That sounds like some Norfolk State stuff you just said.
Well, you know you got to go to high school before you go to college.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You can start there. But I know another green and gold that probably in the background because they watched this show too. Huguenot. Yeah.
Oh, the colors are too?
Yeah, they are.
But we know that if you're on the north side, it's only one school, and that's Henrico right there. Got a nice school too, by the way. Pass by it all the time. She is a devoted wife, and her husband is in the audience. Very fine gentleman. Steven said, I caught that night. You thought I forgot that too. I didn't forget you, Steven. I got you, man. I got you. She is the proud mother of two, ages 18 and 3. You spaced them joints out. Stop.
You know.
Shenanigans. Okay,
You
now
know.
he's saying personal on the show.
Listen.
He can't even get to the bio without saying something crazy.
Now, all right, okay. Let me go back to my anchor. Big question here. Having faced and overcome life's challenges, Keon has transformed.
You better not talk to them people like that.
Now, she is transferring her experience into a passion for serving others. A personal journey has inspired her commitment to uplifting and supporting her community through compassion, faith, and services.
Yeah.
Keon is currently pursuing her education at Infinity Seminary. Yeah. Bible College, where she is deepening her spiritual knowledge and leadership. Professionally, she serves as a family expense specialist, helping individuals and families prepare for the future with dignity and peace of mind. Driven by faith, resilience, and a heart for people, Keon is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those she serves both personally and professionally. Keon, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having
Well, we
me.
appreciate you being here. We're going to be, talking about something that most people find a little bit difficult. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about you and some of the things you like to do when you're not deep into the studies for seminary school and when you're not doing your professional business. What are some of the things you like to do to unwind and to, basically uh, get the world out your head?
Well, it's a broad of things depending on the day.
Okay.
For one, I am a full-time wife and a mother, so I do have to divide and conquer my time.
Yeah.
So unwinding, really looks like enjoying my family. I find comfort in talking to others.
Okay. Awesome.
Sometimes I will talk, sometimes I will read, and even sometimes I will listen.
Mhm.
In today's society, it gives us opportunity to really listen. And so I do a lot of listening as well. What helps me really just unwind is analyzing life. For
Okay.
real.
Come on.
And really analyzing life. After like a hard day of work and after really just sitting back saying, what am I thankful for? What am I grateful for? Just really unwinding and just having that gratitude to still be here, especially in my profession, especially just things that I've been through, the journey that I have experienced.
Mhm.
That's my unwind, really
Okay.
being grateful and just, okay, what's next?
In chill mode, taking it one day at a time,
I
right?
mean, I'm cool, calm, and collect.
All right,
Like,
then.
that's just that's just the person I am. Like I'm a vibe alone. So generally, when I'm not working or not doing anything in ministry, I'm just chill.
Okay.
And just taking it one day at a time, just embracing life.
That's what's up. And your fan base is already, let's see, that's Chad.
I got
Chad said,
I got a
let's
fan
go.
base.
Yeah. Miss Margaret Jones. Yeah, you got,
Mr. Margaret. Hey, shout out to Chad. Chad, that's my guy. I work well with him. That's my partner in crime, Miss
Okay.
Margaret. She's like a spiritual mom. I love her to death. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in.
yeah, she said, awesome, Keon. And then we got our super fan that every Tuesday night he's here. What's up, Big Will?
What's up, Big Will?
How you doing, my guy? Hope that all is well, man. So, again, you're right. Reflecting on life is.
That's my aunt. She said how she feel left out.
Oh,
See?
what's up? Hey, Auntie. What you doing, girl?
What else? Shout out to Yolanda. Everybody
Yeah.
coming through.
What's up? Yo. What's
That's
going
yo.
on? Good. I see you, yo. I know.
See, that's just how I am. Everybody like, oh, what's Keon doing? She chilling, so they chilling right now too. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. Reflecting on life. And AK, I heard you go, yeah on that one. Is that
Oh, yeah,
something
we have to.
you
We have to, but this is what I want to talk to you about.
what you want to talk
Because
to
I
me
know
about?
you and I have had some conversations
Okay.
once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying to you once upon a time where you need to be doing,
Mm-hmm.
where you need to be going,
Mm-hmm.
where you headed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this conversation?
I remember it.
And then when I got your bio and I said, oh, seminary, Bible College, wait a minute. We talked about this. Wait a minute.
We did.
So what made you, at what point in your life, how long you been in, actually?
So I started seminary school just going,
Okay.
sitting in,
Okay.
just observing and
Okay.
volunteering in 2023.
Okay.
So I just started, but I didn't really commit until 2024
Okay.
because I didn't. Most people go with an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be a better servant. And
what's
so
up?
really when I signed up, it wasn't like I want to be a pastor, I want to be an evangelist. I mean, we all are called, right? But we have gifts and different talents.
That's
and I
right.
just wanted to know what, when, where, and how. And it was just deepening my faith. So then I was just like, okay, wherever God leads me, I'm in school
Mhm.
and I'll just follow his path.
Okay, so where do you see yourself going at this point?
At this point, I see myself continuing to serve and also helping people, but I know that speaking and encouraging and empowering people is an avenue in the lane that I can do like 100 miles in, right? I really, my desire is to continue to help people.
Okay.
And help people in ministry to understand, how their faith work. But, my belief is, excuse me for a second, because I just believe in one God. That's just me personally. However, for the people that are assigned to me, because I believe that all of us have a purpose. And for the people that are assigned to me, I want to help them walk through life knowing that there's different situations, there's second chances, there's different types of walk. Like, what does your life look like? And where are you going? And despite of where you've been or the label that you have had on you, you can keep walking a journey if you just believe.
Okay.
And so more of a motivational speaker, an encourager, and just really serving others in the capacity that God wants me. So I'm still developing that. So I ain't already there yet. I'm kind of touching the surface, but I ain't really can stamp and say, hey, I'm a pastor. A lot of people say that. The gifts we walk in, but
we know.
Is that what I want? No, because some of these people out here hard-headed, and I've been in that place too, but I can't stop what God trying to do for me.
Right. Exactly.
However, if I land there, am I against it? No.
Okay.
And if that's what God wants me to do, then yes. So I am in the season of developing and cultivating my talents and gifts.
Okay. So you are listening and you're hearing him. Because sometimes I believe, and I've said this to some other folks, we on the outside looking in and you're on the inside looking out, we see a gift and we see where we feel like you need to be, but you're not at that place yet.
Absolutely.
Because I said that to you.
Absolutely.
I was like, you're supposed to be where you are right now. I'm telling you, I knew you weren't supposed to be where you were at the time when you came in this building. And I knew where you were supposed to be going and where you're supposed to be headed. And I believe you in that direction. It's taking a little longer. I don't know. I
like detours, like, I don't
just
like
a detour. That's how, okay. I like that. It's just a detour.
It's just a detour, because sometimes I need, and I've been hearing a lot, God don't show you nothing that you can't have. That's so right. I like to see the trees and the houses.
Throughout that detour. Scenic route.
I know that's right.
I'll take the scenic route. I'll take Route 60, route hold on, like really route God, is this for me? Versus another person may be quick to go on the highway, and that's just not how I move.
I know.
So the detour was with you, so he landed me. I ain't got no choice because the arrow said go this way, and then I end up this way, so I'm going this way. So yeah.
Okay. That will happen. Because in 1992, I'm a graduate of theological school as well. 1992, I was ordained and, stayed faithful in the ministry for quite a while. Moved here to VA, and around about 2003, I took a little bit of a detour because I wanted to be in that professional realm. Open up a jazz club and all that kind of stuff. So understanding, again, you're right. You might take a detour. Some people don't, some do. But the beautiful part is that detour always leads you back to the right road. It may what that road, what you find on that road, it creates life experiences.
Oh.
And for me, I understand that I had to go through some things to understand how to relate God to other people now. Because if you can't connect with them, then you cannot give them the gospel to a point where they truly embrace it. So you like AK said, you're on the right road. You know, you might be looking at the trees and the birds and everything right now, but you know,
Mhm.
you definitely hit, as Sister Jones said, you definitely hit it there. See? So that's awesome, awesome, awesome.
Just make
stuff.
sure we get the call. We
Definitely.
get our phone call.
It's
Because I
like-
already know where this is headed. I already know. I knew when I first met you. I knew. I'm telling you, I knew. I mean, I can still see it.
You have to watch her because she's been trying to coach me and get me to do something. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that right now.
Mhm.
But she
But-
said a lot of times, you know, you got the space. Anytime you got the space, but
Mhm.
we'll get there.
It's just funny that other people can see things in you that sometimes you can't see in
Mhm.
yourself.
Mhm.
And I believe that's what other people are here for, to help push you along that journey, because, you know, I can't see me unless I'm looking in the mirror.
Mhm.
I just know what I feel like I look like, but actually seeing me from the lens that you see me, you know, I don't, sometimes people don't see themselves the same, and God placed people in the right places sometimes to help you identify that. But the question is you listening?
Are you listening? That's right. The question I asked you, are you listening?
That's
You gotta
the
make sure
question.
you're listening to the right person.
Right,
You know,
right.
because the devil stay busy.
He
And
does.
sometimes he may put you on a detour that you ain't really supposed to be on. You
Mhm.
think you on a detour that God, because God is putting you on that detour. That may not be him talking to you.
That's right.
So the devil stay busy. You just gotta stay on the right, just stay on that right path. I always say, just stay on that yellow brick road. Don't go off and on poppy sleeping. Don't have them apple trees. Them trees throwing apples at you. We're trying to get to ours, and I believe that's where you're headed. I already know, because you had an awesome event in this building. I missed it that day because I had to be somewhere else. But after talking to security and after talking to, you know, some staff that was here, I said, how did things go? And when I got the rundown and I talked to your mom, I said, all right, what I said, I said. What's supposed to be happening, happened. Yeah. I knew. I'm telling you, I know. So I just want to make sure Cruz and I get that phone call. Don't leave us out.
We
But we
won't.
coming.
We won't.
Okay.
We won't
We
leave you
coming.
out. We won't.
What God has for you
It's gonna be.
is for you.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, no matter what. Sometimes we kick out. You know, I know you're familiar with the story of Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God kept telling him he had an assignment for him. And Jonah kept saying, oh, no, I ain't going down there messing with them people. And God said, okay, you're not going down there? No, I ain't going down there. All right, we're going to see if you go down there. And everybody knows the rest of the story of Jonah. I just call him a fish because theologically, we don't know if it was a whale or a humpback or whatever. So we don't call him a big fish. God will take us and put us in the belly, make us see some things. And then when we come out the belly, we're ready for his assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So Jonah went on and went down to Nineveh and did what God told him to do. I ain't gonna preach tonight.
Don't preach.
I ain't
Don't
gonna
even
preach
do it, because
tonight.
we all gonna be here. But that's the audience that we have. So somebody heard it today, right?
Yep.
It was for somebody. But my pastor, he always say, God gonna get out you what he put in you.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's
Yes.
and regardless of if you take that detour, yeah, you might take longer than normal.
Right.
You know, we don't know why people take detours for their very own reasons, but he knows. But he gonna get out you what he put in you.
And I don't know why you're taking, I really don't know why you're taking some of the detours that you're taking, but I know God knows why you're taking. But I know one detour. I know one reason why I feel like you're taking this detour. Okay?
Uh-oh.
She already know where I'm going, because she's nervous about everything.
You about to
So
drop the
I think that she's still being worked on in
Okay.
that area. The reason why she's taking some detours, because she's nervous about everything. And the thing about it is, she good at what she do.
See?
She good at when she's talking.
Woo!
When she's motivating people, she's good at it.
What they talk about?
Yeah. She's good at it. So anyway, we can stay on this subject for a minute, but we
Powerful God is going to get out of you what he put into
what do
you.
you put that? Yep.
All right. You want me to go ahead and
We can go to the subject.
No,
we
no,
can stay on this one for a minute because I already know.
She
But
did.
and the thing
Our
about
first
it is,
encounter.
the thing about it is, she says she's nervous. People probably don't see it, because when she starts speaking, it's not really her that's speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're
that's why.
prophesying, aren't you?
I'm just saying. I watched her. I'm telling you, I've talked to this woman. So I'm just saying. Okay,
Be excited.
let's get to why we're here.
I thought I got my butt spanked.
No, you didn't. No,
Oh,
you
everybody
didn't.
know you can
That
whip
was
me in love.
Come on.
that was God's spiritual detour for a reason.
Mhm. That's why she's on the
Because,
detour that she's on right now. One reason. I think there's other reasons, but I know that's one of them.
Y'all hear this? Y'all better tune and get your popcorn.
Yeah.
Get your
And we just not
popcorn because
tuned in.
this is good. Crack the whip on Keon.
I mean, and you know, again, we have to understand God gives us a time and a platform because
Mhm.
somebody
Mhm.
just may need to hear, you know, your experiences, to hear about you being able to move at the pace that God has you and accepting your assignment as it is. You're right. A lot of people sit in 3 classes and they ready to put on the
Exactly.
cloth. You know, that's
No.
again.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna start. That's my hobby horse. But I tell people all the time, you know, there's reading the Bible and there's studying the Bible. If you're not breaking down, doing your hermeneutics, you're not doing etymology, you're not really truly understanding Greek and Hebrew and stuff like that. But yet, and not here's the point, and I'm gonna say, you take other people's lives in your hand when you stand up and you talk to them to proclaim the word. Then you become that pastor. That means that they are your sheep, and if you're not ready to take care of the sheep, you're not ready to go out there and find that
Man,
one
y'all
that's
better
lost.
pass the offering bucket around because he preaching.
No, I'm just saying that
But-
you know.
So in my walk,
Mhm.
that's what I know.
Right.
You know, like a lot of people mess other people up, hurt
Yes.
people too.
Absolutely.
So before you can really pour out,
Right.
your cup got to be filled and not empty. And that's the problem. A lot of people take on assignments. God would give them glimpse of what they're supposed to be doing, or somebody said do this, or somebody said do that, and they're not still to really hear God themselves. And then they going out here doing all this stuff, doing stuff that they ain't supposed to be doing, and then they wondering why, you know, they ideas is got a turnover rate.
Right.
And it's an idea after idea because it's that something you really supposed to be doing. And while you're doing that, you messing other people up.
Yep.
So that's my detour, right?
Right. I
So
understand.
making sure that I am whole, that I am well, and being able to deliver what God has for me for the people that I'm connected to or the people that I'm assigned to. You got to be real careful about that.
Absolutely.
You can't just be all over here doing everything. And at one time I was like that. I was in a lot of stuff, but I had to slow down and speed up. So now it's more so like, okay, God, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This feel fulfilling. This is not bringing anguish. This is not bringing turmoil. These are not bringing the things that you say, oh, I'm not supposed to have. So in order for me not to get those results, right, I got to listen to him and slow down and not listen to people.
Absolutely.
And so when people be saying, oh, you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing that, did you talk to God? Because I don't think we was on the same line because he ain't tell me that right now. But there's a time and a season for everything. And so, you know, if he told you that, yeah, just pray for me. Continue to pray that God will, you know, edify that and cultivate that and build that so that it can harvest, right? But people really have to be careful about being so quick to do certain things because sometimes those are doors for the enemy too.
Yep, absolutely. 1,000 stories went through my head, but we ain't gonna go through
All
all of them.
right, cool.
Yeah, because
cool.
how she's talking now is how she talked years ago when she was up in this building. I rest my case. I'm done with that. Come on. Let's keep this moving.
I rest
Let's keep
my
it-
case.
Because when she talks, people stop and listen. Everybody sometimes talk, but people don't stop and listen to what they're saying. When you are in front of somebody and you can speak like that and we all like gravitate like this, that's a whole gift in itself. That's a whole gift in itself. And everybody don't have it. So all I'm saying is you have it. I don't know what you think you have, what you don't, but you have it. So God is giving you that gift. Just keep moving forward.
To God
And
be
that
the glory.
detour is just nothing but that, a detour. It's nothing but a detour.
Nothing but a
And you just
detour.
gonna detour off and come right on back. You're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, because once
Absolutely.
she gets to shaping and molding,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I gotta share this one because God put this on my heart the other day. sometimes when you look at clay is dull
Mm-hmm.
and ugly, but God started shaping that clay and started making it, giving it a form. And then he looked at it and found out that clay had,
Mm-hmm.
it had a mar, it had an imperfection. So God will sometimes start over with us.
Mm.
Thank God that He starts over with us
Come
and
on.
give us second and third and
Come on.
fourth
Come on.
chances.
Absolutely.
And then when He, after He shapes it, He ain't finished with it yet because before you can become a nice, pretty porcelain, you got to go through the fire.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, Keon, you know about going through the fire.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah. So when we come out of that fire,
Mm-hmm.
God is not finished with it because He's going to add that color to us, which is the Holy Spirit,
Mhm.
to enable us to now start, once He pours into us, now we're able to pour into somebody.
Let
So,
me ask y'all this before we move to this next subject.
all right,
So, do you believe that God sometimes will put you through a test?
all the time.
Listen to what I say. Do you believe that God sometimes will put you through a test?
I'll let you answer first. I know my answer is
I believe that yes, God is not tested. We're not to test Him, but
Right.
would He test us in the very thing
Yes.
that He wants us to go through to develop us? I believe so. Because I have been through the very thing that caused me a certain situation that I got the same results from, that I had to go through it again
Mhm.
until I did something different.
Right.
So, are there tests? Yes. Tests and trials.
absolutely.
So, I believe so.
Okay.
The book of Job is all about, God wasn't testing because He already knows what we're going to do
Yes.
because
Come on.
He's omniscient.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get your word about omniscient. He's all knowing. He's omnipotent. He's all powerful. He's omnipresent. That means He's everywhere at the same time. Don't get me started up here, but anyway.
That ain't that what you said. Oh,
Now I'm gonna say this. Here's the segue to this. Because of your spirituality, it allows you now to understand how important it is to get your affairs in order. You like that segue? Here, where we going with this? Don't look at me like that.
I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right.
So again, understanding. People don't like to have this conversation a lot. But it is a vital conversation, and this is where we want to get to, especially in our community. As a chaplain, every day I see the dark side, the downside of not having your affairs in order. So when you're reflecting and you decide to become the final expense specialist, what are some of the things that resonated with you and where you felt that you would have a great impact of that?
Well, one, because the compassion I carry for people.
There you go.
So, one, I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy educating people in the facet of what we're talking about. If I'm, in that lane.
Right.
And what I have found, is that this has helped me also tie in my faith with my belief, but it's the work that God said that I can have. And it's easy work because it's something that we all should be doing, because putting a plan in place is actually law. He said, write the vision and make it plain and run with it.
Yep.
So it's like that very thing that I'm doing is fulfilling because I'm helping people do what they were created to do.
There you go.
So when I think about how it helped me, it's like I'm walking in my purpose. I'm here to serve others. Your level of service may be different from Angie's level of service, right? But I'm serving and I'm helping people, because the Bible also said we perish from the lack of knowledge. So the way that we move and navigate through life is all just simply between our ears and the way we think what we know, what we process, and just who we are as individuals.
Right.
So what I do ties into my faith. Like, I like helping people, and it makes sense. I'm not talking about nothing that you're not going to need.
Come on.
Right.
I'm not saying anything that really does not affect you, the next person. Like, what I'm talking about is something that I equate it to the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. Everybody needs it.
Right.
Absolutely. So let's get with it. Let's talk about what is it that you do.
Let's talk about what I do. So I help people put a plan in place.
Okay.
So I'm a final expense specialist for a company that help people, that we talking about it, right? We're being real.
Yeah, we keep it a buck. Yeah.
We keep it a buck that
keep it a buck.
have a misconception of the product, which is life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do have life insurance to offer, but what I specialize in is a burial plan and the funeral part that people overlook.
Mm-hmm.
Now, death is the one thing we can't avoid.
Right.
Nobody knows when they're going to die unless they actually take their own life.
Mm-hmm.
But death is the thing that we all want to go through.
Yeah.
We might not go through a test. We might go through a building. We might not. Everybody's situation is different, but the one thing that we all going to do is we're going to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
That word is so harsh to people, but it's okay for me to talk about it because I already died, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I accepted Christ, I already died. So I'm cool with that. So,
that's right.
But a lot of people don't realize that with death, it comes bills, it comes grief,
Mm-hmm.
it comes arrangements,
Yes.
it comes planning, it comes decision making, it comes with so much stuff.
Absolutely.
But people avoid that one thing and cater to the things that don't matter, right?
That's right.
So when I sit down and talk to people, I ask people, because this is the one topic that people don't want to talk about.
Exactly.
I have lost friends. I'm a popular, unpopular person now. Do you know how many people don't? I mean, I'm just that cool, calm, hey Key, what's up? Hey Keon. But now is she gonna talk to me about a plan? And it's puzzling.
Oh wow.
Because it's puzzling because I am worthy enough to contribute to the one thing that we know will happen, which is a GoFundMe if people don't have a plan in place.
Mm-hmm.
So your family can come talk to me about that.
Right.
The obligation of me to help your family raise money. But I'm like, hey, y'all, we ain't got to talk about that part if we talk about this part.
Right.
This part avoids that part. So in my profession, and let me back this all the way up because I got to tell it. When we talk about tests, I ran from this industry for 10 years.
Okay.
So I ran from it because of my obstacle in life that I was told that I couldn't do it. So I let it go out the window and just let it be, okay, well, somebody told me I couldn't do it. However, you're going to keep going through those tests until you pass it and be where you need to be.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It surfaced 3 years later. I still ran from it. I didn't want nothing to do with it because I was already told that I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Kept running from it. I met a nice gentleman at a conference, a women's conference. I was going to the conference to really just support the woman who was doing it and just, fellowship with everybody because that's what I like. But God had another plan.
Okay.
He put this gentleman in my path. Shout outs to Chad Mansell. You know what you did. You know who you are. That's my guy.
Here we go, Chad. What's going on? See, we got you on the screen that quick.
So he told me about an opportunity. And when he told me about it, just like most people, I turned my nose up at the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Insurance. I don't want to do that. I can't do that. But me and him had a genuine conversation about how insurance, their company work, what they do, how they do it. And I was just like, this thing gonna keep surfacing until I take a look at it. So when you talk about tests, I was approached, by a couple of different companies where I ran from it. I didn't want to do it because of that one person that already told me no.
Mm.
So I end up listening because I was in a place to hear,
Mhm.
because I was just wanting to know, like, God, what do you want me to do? What do you have for me? And I'm glad for his persistency. He followed up, and he followed up on a day that I was really going through something. And I was like, you know how when you're on your last hope and you're looking for answers, and so you're desperate and you're just like, well, whatever. I ain't got no choice but to try this.
Right.
But I tried it with an attitude of, let me just try it. And when I tried it, it was more so, wow, let me just have this. Because this is, to me, it was ministry.
Right.
To me, it was helping others. To me, it was a mission that, what? Everybody needs this. So it was a no-brainer. So I thrived. And I began to get intrigued with the industry.
Right.
But my product and what I do and what I specialize in was a bill that everybody gonna have.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody is gonna have it, regardless of if they think it or not. They might not have it because they feel like they're gone, but your family member gonna have it. Somebody is gonna have that bill. So with my heart, my passion for others, the way that the company allowed me to speak on their behalf to others, I was like, it was a no-brainer because it was something that I saw myself being able to do, which developed as now a passion. Like, oh my God, I love telling people about talking about death and dying.
Right.
Because regardless of if the conversation is going to be avoided, we're going to either talk about it now or we're going to talk about it later.
Talk about it later. Come on.
Absolutely.
One way or another. So we might as well talk about it now so the conversation won't be as heavy, weighty, overbearing, whatever you want to put to it later. Because it's going to be that if we don't talk about it now.
Yeah, and then you have your affairs already in order and you're not looking crazy when this happens.
Well, you may not be looking crazy, but your folk will be looking crazy because they trying to decide what to do with you. Whether it's going to be pie and box or if it's going to be some type of, again, elaborate. And again, we're going to get into these things because I like what you're saying, that we have to understand that somebody is going to have to deal with things for us.
Somebody.
And if we love our relatives, if we love the people around us, then it's already going to be difficult for them. So why not remove some of that stress and burden by having things already in place?
You think leaving, your favorite football jersey gonna matter? You think leaving your investments from what you put in 30 years ago, all of that is gonna go out of the way when you lose a loved one. That is the best gift you can give somebody. Preparation to say, hey, this is what I put in place for you, because definitely I'm already be gone. That's enough on you already. You're losing me. So while losing me, I don't want you to grieve extra by still paying for me when I'm gone.
Right.
Because that's the case.
Yep. Absolutely. And I think sometimes people have a misnomer about life insurance and final expenses and final arrangements, because I know we've all seen it when we're making decisions, and then you got people that ain't got nothing to do with it, ain't got a nickel to put in the pot, always have the most to say.
That's funny that you say that, and like I come across a lot of people, and that's the one thing that I find that it's just hard to fathom, that people allow a person that's in a worse situation for them to make a decision for them. So you got Boo-Boo that live upstairs. And I'm sitting down talking to Boo-Boo mom, who basically is on a fixed income, who has nothing in place. We know she has health issues. Not only do she have health issues, but Pop's gone. The money is not there. But we know that we're going to face this situation. But Miss Jones say, I got to talk to Boo-Boo. Boo-Boo ain't got no money. And Boo-Boo want to tell your mama what she need. And that's where, because Boo-Boo feels like the insurance is taken away from what he have when it's really adding to it.
Right.
is really adding to it. Because what would be a burden paying for your mom if she's no longer here? Or your mom taking a couple of dollars a month, putting it to the side, and being able to have a homegoing service. Maybe some people wishes are different. Maybe if they don't want a homegoing service, bills, because boo-boo, you ain't got no job and you're gonna need some money. Like, people look at life insurance is for the living. And so when people when we use that, people say, I ain't trying to die. But we don't say, and this is another thing that it really is where our people perish for the lack of knowledge and aren't educated and just ignorant to the things that they should be knowledgeable about. Nobody walk around saying, I'm going to lose my phone. I'm going to lose my phone. Nobody walks around saying, I'm going to get in a car accident. But we protect those two material things that has nothing to do with what's going to happen when you're gone. Those things is like, your life is a precious gift, but we don't protect our life.
Right.
We don't protect those around us. And so a lot of people, when they hear insurance, people run to the cell phone company for insurance because they want the new phone. Right? People run to the car insurance company because they like, I got to protect this new G-Wagon, this, that, and third, so if anything happens, it can be covered. But nobody never say, I got to protect my daughter. If I leave, she's going to be left with that burden. Nobody never say, well, I got to protect these investments. I have worked so long. The Bible says to leave an inheritance to your children. So I'm leaving them what I worked hard for, but there's a plan in place. I'm leaving them with instructions where they don't have to fight. They're already losing me. So a lot of people, when they hear that, they don't hear the plan behind it. They hear, oh, my loved one gonna die. We all gonna die. We just have to embrace it and face it.
Right. Absolutely. So how many different plans is the company that you work for? And you feel free to say what company it is, because we want people coming to you at this point when we leave the show. So what plans when you sit down, are they coming in the office talking to you? So are you going to them? We
boots to the ground. Okay. I'm going into clients' home. I'll meet them in a personal location. Okay. If I wanted to sit down and talk to you two, we can do it right here. Okay. So I work for an old-fashioned company. So we still bring things to the table. Because, when I sit down with a lot of people, they say, well, my grandma and my grandpa, I remember the insurance man coming around, right? So I can go where the people are. Okay. So if someone reach out to me and wants to schedule an appointment to sit down to see what their options are, let's have a conversation. Where can we meet?
So are these reasonable prices? Because a lot of people, I think, don't have life insurance today because they feel like they can't afford it. And once you get to that certain age, the life insurance policy just goes sky high. Is that a true statement?
So that's what I have found in my experience in the industry, is that people wait too late to get life insurance. So your life expectancy, of course, when you're 80, you're getting closer to death. Unfortunately, yes, you might have a 30-year-old that passed away, that's suddenly. But for statistics purposes, you're older. So you're likely to die. So if you're waiting till you're 75 to get insurance, you're at a higher risk because your life expectancy is shorter. Right. Versus when you're younger and you're 30 days old or you're 5 years old, your rates are pennies on the dollar.
Yep, absolutely.
Not only can you lock in some of those rates, with my company, yes, you can, but my product I really focus on is the final expense industry, which is people that don't have a plan in place that are older. Can I service anybody? Yes, I can. But is a 20-year-old right now thinking about a funeral plan? They're not. But if they have a responsible family, family members that are responsible, yeah, anybody can put a plan in place. But this conversation is not talked about or at the kitchen table in our community. Some communities they are.
Absolutely.
Well, where they are coming off older, you think they worked hard for the money. Now somebody set them up perfectly.
Yes, absolutely.
Because somebody was knowledgeable and educated and wasn't afraid of life insurance because it's for the living.
Yep, absolutely. You know, again, and we have to. I've talked to a lot of people, and I tell them now. Sorry about that, y'all. Is that we have to start protecting our kids a lot earlier. We go and invest in McDonald's and get them a Happy Meal. Well, skip a Happy Meal once a month, and you'd be surprised what $10 can do. In fact, AK, you shared what you did for your nephew with that, you know, and how even then that became beneficial for you and your family.
Yeah, because I got that when he came to live with me, he was in the 3rd grade. I got a policy at that point because it was a really cheap policy. And when I got it with this particular company, it never went up. He died at the age of 29. You know, I got him in the 3rd grade. So, and the policy was still, it never went up. I paid $11.99 a month.
Exactly. And something else I want to bring this up because a lot of people don't know this, Keon, is that you mentioned the older you get, you know, it's better to have some things in plan because if you're on Social Security or disability, they limit how much burial insurance you have. So you need to have an alternative plan in place so that, again, take the burden off your family. Have you come in contact with people that, again, they thought they had enough insurance and they really didn't have enough after you talked to the family, find out, oh, this term life, universal, and whole life? You want to talk about that? We can wait till another time.
We can wait till another time
Okay,
and
all
see.
right.
Those are the main 3 products that people know about,
Right.
but I specialize in whole life. It's a final expense product.
Yeah.
I focus really strictly on helping people put a plan in place for their funeral.
Good.
Our company also help people save. So we educate, we provide guidance, and we provide support. Now, those other products that you named, they are good to have, but you have to be knowledgeable about them because there are some gray areas in those policies that people don't know about.
Right.
So what I found in sitting down with people is when I, talk about having a burial plan in place and possibly having some other coverage in place, people just always say, I got life insurance. Well, let's talk about what type of life insurance you have. Because is it what you need?
Right.
Because it's a lot of people that have what they don't need. Then they're forced and they're stuck years later when they reach 75, when they reach 80. Now they're saying that's when you get, oh, insurance is too high. Yeah, it's too high because now you're 80 years old trying to get a whole life product where these people are saying, hey, homie, you might not live long. Statistics.
Right.
We got chronic diseases out here. The foods it's just so much that happens that people don't realize. Like, the longer you wait, it's like a leak in your house, right?
Yeah.
You got to fix it. If you keep putting the bucket under, eventually it's going to run over and we're going to have a bigger problem.
Right.
So people are not knowledgeable about what they have. Great that you have a policy. That's absolutely great. But let's take a look at, is that policy going to work for you when the time comes?
That's it.
So what is the time frame that you feel that folks should start getting a policy? Because like you made a comment that 20-year-olds are not getting policies. So what is the time frame where it's just a policy and the amount that you're paying monthly, yearly, or whatever is not crazy?
So I say as soon as you can. Because the company that I work for also, we could cover a child at the age of 30. I'm sorry, 30 days old. Anything can happen. We just never know. I think so to answer your question, I believe that it's important to get a policy as soon as that child is able, whichever company that you choose to go through. Because accidents happen. Nobody knows. You might not be in a bad place. We know Richmond is known for a high rate of crime. But what if you in a country place, suddenly Virginia on a back road and a tractor trailer hits you.
Right.
Why does it necessarily have to be a crime? What if it's malpractice? What if it's just anything that causes you to die?
Right.
But having that plan in place, because people don't really.
From the heart of people where the truth don't sleep.
I didn't know if we were supposed to get up and dance. But what I'm saying is, like, it's a plan for protection, right? It's like your car insurance. We don't wake up saying, I'm gonna lose my car, but if it happens, it's there. Accidents happen so many ways for a car. Somebody run into you, somebody back into you, your car flipped over, there was a pothole. We can go on down the list of how it happened, but guess what? Your car insurance is there to protect you. And it's so unfair that the state make us get car insurance on our car, but we don't protect the most valuable thing.
That is, you're right, that is wow.
And that's our life.
Yep.
And so people, I would say, okay, so I told my husband, I said, man, we went out to, and it's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so extra, y'all.
Yes, sorry.
We went out to eat, and he wouldn't let me see the bill. And I said, let me see the bill. He was like, no, let me see the bill. I said, let me see the bill. So when I was like, the whole ride, I probably got on his nerves. I was like, this is a premium payment. I was like, we have the money. We just don't prioritize what to use it for. So we paid $100 to go out. And everybody know you go to Chick-fil-A now, you spend about $20.
It's easy.
That's a premium payment. Can you miss one meal
Right.
for 30 days? That $20 coverage, if you go ahead and say, my child is valuable, my mother means something to me, I want to protect this gift because this is I can never get this again, but it's going to be a burden if I lose it. But if I do this, it won't be so heavy. So I say, get it as soon as you can.
Right.
Like, sacrifice the money because we have the money. We just don't prioritize what we spend it on. So as young, because 18 years old, I have an 18-year-old. You got to get a plan.
Yep, there you go.
Because guess what? I'd rather you pay for it now where I'm taking care of you, where you can take this. One, you're practicing paying a bill.
Mm-hmm.
Two, this is the most important bill. Before we go do any other bills, this is what you're going to be responsible for your life.
Absolutely.
So I say, as soon as you can, for anybody that say they can't afford, just have a conversation about what you can afford. Because there's companies like my company that allow people to pretty much create their premium.
Yeah. And as you indicated, the earlier the better before you start getting, high blood pressure and as old people said, the sugars and everything, because you're young. So you're not going to be so much as a risk to companies. And my insurance, having a conversation with my son. I'm like, look, you this age now, you go out to eat, you go to Subway. So one of those Subway meals, as you indicated, could be your premium because you 27.
Right.
And, and you
$20 payment.
Yeah. And you don't have any health issues at this time. So go get your payment, lock it in. You can get probably $150,000 policy for, like I said, somewhere less than $50 a month if you're in that range and don't have any health problems. So,
but people don't know because this conversation it's more so, do we have hotspot? Yeah. Mom, what's for dinner tonight? And what are we like? No, your life is precious. If anything happened to me, this is the plan.
Absolutely.
We can't get you back. However, if you lose me, this is what the steps is going to be. This is what you need to do. This is how you're going to do it. That I find most of the people that I hear, and I sit down with a lot of all walks of life, all age brackets. But the older people, it's the people that's 75. They're like, oh, I remember. Let's not remember. Let's talk about this. Because people are dying younger. We got act of war, terrorism. We live in a crazy world. Not necessarily it's your fault. We know school shootings. What if that parent that don't have that money because, oh, everybody just assumed that death is going to be because you got to be sick or you got to be old. No, it could just be something tragic as a school shooting. And that's the way of the world that we in. Not being funny, but being honest and real.
That's reality. You know, it really is. And I'm not going to put this family's business in, but a young man unalived himself, and that family has to now to deal with that burden. You know, so and that's why AK and I thought it was vitally important to have this conversation. Like I said, let's talk about it on Let's Talk Tuesday, because these are the things that people want to avoid. One thing for certain, two things for sure: taxes and death. You may cheat taxes, but you're not going to cheat death.
You're not.
So that's my soapbox for tonight.
But people say into the misconception of I can't afford it, but people really can afford it, and they just don't realize this. What can you give up? What can you unprioritize? Because we all got something that we spend unnecessary money on, all of us. But is this plan important to your loved ones? Right? And so the one thing that we do, like, I've never planned a funeral before. I've never planned my mom's funeral. I've never planned my dad's funeral. So I don't know what I will be like. Hopefully I want to be level-headed, but that's my mom and my dad. So what our company do is we have a unique program that steps in place for the loved one, so that, one, they don't become a victim of funeral fraud. Not all funeral homes are bad, but that's where when you're uneducated and you walk in with a policy, and the streets, Northside, we call it pocket watching, right? That's what they do. So they're able to help you spend the unnecessary money that you don't need to spend.
6 limousines and ain't got but 5 people in the family. Everybody got a car to themselves.
But when you don't know,
and then you have these funeral homes that just send me your policy. Just give me your policy. I'll call it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
We help people, and we step in to educate them, and we're there every step of the way for their funeral. So not only are you getting a plan in place, but you're able to have that peace of mind that, hey, if this happened, this company is going to be there to help Keon. I know Keon can't do this on her own, but do Keon know everything about planning a funeral? And then I get people that say, oh, I know what to do. You don't know what you're going to do at that time. So our advisors, they help you shop around. They educate you. They price match for you. And also our company pay out in 24 hours. So having the right necessary product is important. A lot of people have the product, but some people have what they don't need.
So Keon, how can people get in contact with us? We can't, there's not enough time to give them everything that they need, and that some people's situations are different and they need customization. So how can they get in contact with you?
So I can be reached by way of phone or text at 804-372-8272. And that's my cell phone number. I also email address keon.lh, just keon.lh.agent@gmail.com. And also you can hit me up on Facebook. It's Keon Renee on Facebook. I'm not private. I'm not a secret agent. I'm not hiding, but please, I just recommend people to reach out to me so that we can have a necessary conversation. And the only thing that you can lose from it is just basically your time, but time is something you can't get back, and it's going to be more precious when you don't use the time to talk about the conversation. So please, I'm open. Thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all letting me be on here, but we got to make this conversation back to a topic at the kitchen table.
Absolutely. I mean, we all need it. We all need it. I don't have any kids. So when I roll up out of here, I'm gonna pick and choose where's the money going, first of all.
Mhm.
But to me, with this life insurance policy, have to become a will. People don't understand that either. With a life insurance policy needs a will. That's what I believe. Because I find that I've been around family members.
Your people.
Once that
Your people.
life insurance policy got in place and that person gone, everybody act like a whole fool
Yeah.
because there's some money left over. And now they act like a whole fool.
Absolutely.
That will needs to be in place.
And that was the other part of what the scriptures teach, about the things that we leave behind. Be careful who we leave it to, because again, you never know if you're leaving it to a fool. And that's one of the, again, I'm not calling anybody a fool. That's the word in the Bible. Because God said,
That's long.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
long.
Mm-hmm.
So you're absolutely right, aka, wills and, last minute wishes, and like I said, pre-planning is highly important. Because I already told my wife, if she don't have the guy with bagpipes and everything playing, we're gonna have a serious problem. If she try to come up to them gates, I'm gonna ask you, did you have? You didn't do what I asked you to do. So exit left.
My wish is to be in the family cemetery where we live on our land.
Right.
And I don't care who I'm married to at the time or where I'm at. That is my wish. Now, if I roll out before my husband do, because I'm not married, but if I happen to get married and I roll out before him, I need to be in the Wilson Cemetery.
Okay.
That's my plan. That's the plan.
So write it down, make it plain, and send it to me. If I'm still here now, make sure it happens.
All these family members know.
I know, because you probably said it about 2,000 times.
But see,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
What are your wishes?
Mm-hmm.
And take that burden away from your family members. Put a plan in place.
But it's still.
And all you cowboy
You'd be
haters.
surprised though,
okay,
Kelly.
great.
It's just they're still fighting.
Yeah.
The person is gone, and I got a phone call when my mom died, and I've told the story. I'm gonna make it really, really short. When my mom died, a family member asked me to come to their house. My mom's sister wanted me to come by. I don't know where. Like, why is she in the Wilson Cemetery? Because her husband said that's where she gone. That's why she in the Wilson Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Why she not down here with her mom? Because she's married. And that's where my mom wanted to be. So I'm confused. But you'd be surprised how much
That's
they're
why-
still going through.
But that's why these conversations
Yeah.
are important while living. Because your sister and I'm going with my husband. That's what I want to do.
Mhm.
Don't question my kids.
Mhm.
This is the plan I put in place.
Yeah.
We have it set. You don't have to pay for anything because it's paid for.
Go sit down.
But nobody is talking about that. And
Mhm.
that's when it becomes a mess,
That's when it comes a mess.
when everybody's gone and it's too late.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, we hope that you all have thoroughly enjoyed Keon, and that she has been very insightful. And I know there's much more information out there. Keon, we certainly appreciate you coming out and sharing this information with us tonight. This is invaluable. You cannot put a price on the information that you provided.
Is there anything that you want to say before we roll out? Is there anything that you think we may have missed that we need to know?
What I want to say is, even in the midst of thinking that you can't, if you believe that you can, it'll manifest. And if you say you can't get insurance, or you can't afford it, or you really don't feel comfortable talking about it, reach out to somebody. Find somebody that you can trust. You can trust me. Like, I don't want your checkbook. I just want you to be educated, and it'll come after that. But don't be afraid to have the conversation, because one way or another, it may hurt having it in the moment, but when you're gone, it's going to hurt even more for the ones you love. So be open, be receptive, be energetic, and just know that life insurance is for the living and not the dead. And don't forget to talk about it.
And I hear you say the conversations is tough. I can't grasp that, because I don't know why people trying to make life insurance a tough conversation?
Only broke people do. Oops.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. See, now I gotta go because I'm cutting up at this point. It's getting a little late. Hey, Evangelist Tara. Hey, Ma, Yvonne. Oh my goodness. See,
I hear you.
Sometimes
I'm just trying to. I've never tried to grasp it. I hear, you're talking about it, but it should not be a tough conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a necessary conversation. It shouldn't be anything tough about it whatsoever. Just get all your affairs in order and in place. And when you go out of here, you've left people that you trust and you love to do the right thing. I mean, I don't know what the issue is.
It's an issue for those that are not spiritually prepared. If you're spiritually prepared, it's not an issue, not a problem. Because again, we all have an expiration date on us. And so you don't, you don't. Anyway, we'll have to come back and have this conversation again because it's just like the gospel. The gospel is good for you, but if you're not ready for it, you'll see it as being antagonistic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same way it is about pre-planning and funeral expenses and things like that. So people wake up and let's stop. Again, we can ask people to give us money on a GoFundMe and all the other things, but we won't make that sacrifice for ourselves and say, you know what, I'm not going, if I can help it, God knows I'm going to put some things in place so that my family won't have to be waiting 6 weeks to bury me because everything's in place.
Right.
Or somebody's trying to hold up the funeral because they think I want to be in a Oakland Raiders casket. No, I want to be in a Dallas Cowboy casket. So don't that foolishness.
You've been waiting.
And my future peak. Absolutely, we got to stay down pat. Well, no problem.
Right.
Problem, y'all.
Exactly.
We already know we won't.
Don't forget the bagpipe man.
Exactly. So let me ask you this before we go, because I know somebody's probably said, why didn't nobody's talking about costs? So what is like the lowest policy? If I come to you and I'm just throwing out this number, if I say I just want a $30,000 policy, and this person is 55 years old.
So first, insurance is based off of generally most companies. I can't speak for a lot of companies, but I know my company is based off of health, age, and gender.
Okay.
So in order for you to say what you want, you have to first see what you qualify for.
Gotcha. There you go. I know somebody needed to hear that.
And so the way my company works, that's why y'all should call me, because I want to know what you got so that we can work with that.
Right.
We don't have a one size fit all because your need is different from your need. Mm-hmm. And if you can afford a certain amount, we'd rather you be covered than not have any coverage at all.
Right.
So it's not a one size fit all with the program that I'm with, but most insurance companies have that, but insurance is based on age, health, and gender.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask our audience, if you tuned in late, you can go back to the Cruising Radio 102.8 YouTube page and see it. You can go to Angie's page. It's out there after this show is over. You can go to the Let's Talk Tuesday page. It stays up there the entire time. We share a lot of foolishness. How about sharing this? I want to look tomorrow and I want to see at least bare minimum 150 shares because people need this information. So again, Keon, thank you for being here. AK, any closing words?
No, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I did good.
I appreciate you. You did absolutely wonderful. Give me your number one more time, just in case somebody came in the room late.
Okay.
Give me your number one more time.
So my phone number is area code 804-372-8272. And my name is Keon Leon with a K. And that's it.
Call
Like
you guys.
it.
Call her.
Yep.
So we want you to call us when they start calling you to let us know how
right.
things is going. So we hope that things work out well. Please call her, get those policies if you don't have a policy. And if you have a policy and you want to double check on maybe what she can do, and how she can help, or maybe change some things up, or what you're doing or what you have may not have enough.
You can never have enough.
So call us, please.
Yes. And one thing too, I want to leave that just fell in my spirit. A lot of people have to put a plan in place for others. So if your mom have a policy, your dad has a policy, a lot of seniors I find they have one thing and their family don't know about it. So while you thinking that your mom has this $50,000 policy, mom done borrowed off of it 10 times. So now mom has left you with the burden because while you thinking, oh, my mama's straight, oh, I'm good, or we got covered, but y'all don't have the right coverage. So find out what your family have a conversation at the kitchen table, talk about it, don't be afraid, because that 30-minute conversation is going to spare your family 30 years of anguish.
Absolutely.
So
Do a whole policy every year,
whole life,
regardless of your age.
whole life, whole life. So whole life is a whole life.
All right, everybody. Certainly enjoyed it. And my closing statement is, again, as I say every week, whatever comes from the heart reaches hard. Let somebody know how much you care about them, and how you can let them know that you care about them is pre-planning everything, getting things in place now. That's how you can show me that you love me. I appreciate you, love you, and until next time, you guys be good, okay?
And we'll see you guys next week on Let's Talk Tuesday. Let's talk about it. See you guys later.
The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.